Hey, hi, welcome back. So, what are we doing today? We are traveling to Delhi, and this, of course, is Jaipur, in case you didn't see my previous few videos. And of course, we need to spend a lot of money on petrol or gasoline because we'll be traveling around 300 kilometers to reach from Jaipur in the western state of Rajasthan to Delhi, which is the capital of India. And yeah, we've got to make sure we've got enough juice in the car to make this work. And I intentionally don't say traveling back or going back to Delhi because I think whenever you get into that mode of going back, traveling back, it always has that negative connotation. So yeah, we're just traveling to Delhi, that's good enough. And I wish there were more trees on this road, it would have looked so much nicer. A bit like this magic road. Suddenly we are exploring the Sardar Patel Marg in the Delhi diplomatic area, and you can see how trees immediately add this nice feel to the road. But anyways, this is a dream. Let's go back. Go back right here because we are not in Delhi yet. We're just dreaming of Delhi, but we are still driving right here in Jaipur, and as you can see on that board somewhere, Delhi is still far, far away. So it'll take us a long time actually. The distance between Jaipur and Delhi is close to 300 kilometers, and I think I'm gonna take around 6 hours to get to Delhi, and we'll see all the good bits here in this video, maybe a few bad bits as well. So I think the time is around 10 a.m. right now. I'm not sure why I'm saying I think. That's roughly what my watch says the time is. So it's 10:15 a.m. and we are traveling due east. So there in the distance you would see the Aravalli mountain range. That's the mountain range that we have in some parts of Rajasthan, and as you can see it's mostly dry because that's the general nature of Rajasthan, the state. It's one of the driest states of India. And one thing that I missed, I think, and that you have missed as well, is traveling super early, because as you may remember from my earlier video, we were traveling west in the evening from Delhi, and we were able to see a bit of the sunset. So if I had a little better and if I had woken up a little earlier, this could have been a sunrise trip, because of course traveling east and seeing the sunrise would have been wonderful. But oh my god, I think even these views are much better than I had imagined, because yeah, right at the horizon you can see those wonderful mountains and hills of the Aravalli range, and I think it makes the trip definitely enjoyable enough. Too hot, I would say, but still very enjoyable. As you may recall from my very first Jaipur video, there was a lot of interaction between the Rajputs of Rajasthan and the Mughals in Delhi at that time. So I think roughly this would have been the direction or the route that Raja Bihar Mal, who was a Rajput king, would have followed when he met Akbar in his court in New Delhi. So yeah, this is a historic route that ways, and wow, we see a hotel. I wish I could be in a hotel right now. A bit like this dreamy hotel overlooking the Rajpath as we check out this wonderful early morning view. That under construction site is actually Narendra Modi's pet project, the Central Vista project, and maybe you notice a bit of India Gate as well right there on the left hand side. And if on the left hand side we've got the India Gate, of course on extreme right we would have the presidential building, or the Rashtrapati Bhavan, where the Indian president lives. It was originally built as the house of the viceroy by the British, but of course it's now the house where the president stays, and the famous road that connects the two is now called Rajpath, but earlier it was called the King's Way. And if you're interested to know a little bit more about this area, you should check out my Connaught Place videos. But anyways, let's wake up to reality, which is right here. I hope you enjoyed that slight dream, because the day is so hot and this drive, though interesting, is a little tiring, so dreaming of a nice hotel was definitely fun. I hope it was fun for you as well. But anyways, we are driving along in the east direction to get to Delhi. And as I mentioned, there's a bit of history linked to this route as well. Okay, Delhi is still not the closest. So, speaking of history, or continuing to speak of history just a little bit, not much. So I think as I take you back towards Delhi, or I should just say take you towards Delhi, I think we'll also get to drive on what's called the Akbar Road. And Akbar was actually the first Mughal king with whom a Rajput ruler actually met in Delhi. I think the Rajput ruler was Bihar Mal, and that established the close association between the Rajputs and the Mughals, so much so that the Rajputs were even fighting for the Mughals in a number of wars. So yeah, as we drive in that direction, we'll see the Akbar Road as well. Well, our destination is still not anywhere close. So of course I am hungry, and I hope you're hungry as well. It's afternoon and we need to grab some food, and then we'll continue the journey towards Delhi and towards Akbar Road. This is a nice resting spot, roughly midway between Delhi and Jaipur. It's always so nice to get back to walking after you've been driving. I just enjoy casually walking around, though it's too hot right now, but still, this is good. Oh my god, we've got those rabbits here as well. So I think this is probably the worst part of driving, which is like in the afternoon just after lunch, because you feel so drowsy, but you have to drive still on this bright day. Thankfully, I had some coffee. Oops. So yeah, that should help and help us get to Delhi quickly. What did I eat? If that's at all relevant. I ate a masala dosa and then I had some coffee, but I totally missed recording. Sorry. I think we are still about 3 hours away from Delhi, so still some time there. And that thing that we see in the horizon, it's quite interesting. It's like a plateau, but I don't think it's technically a plateau. It's some sort of a hill, but I'm not too sure what exactly this is. So I think this, I don't know, this is not Gurgaon. Maybe I need to find out. I should have done some more research before traveling and before getting on YouTube. Maybe I'll tell you in a later video what that was. Or maybe just somehow later in this video. Let's see. Alright, so I've moved back the time a little bit just for a small explanation. So that thing by the horizon is actually part of the Aravalli Hills, and I'm quite confident that this is Manesar, which is sometimes also called the hill station of Manesar, not too far from Gurgaon. So yeah. So if we just crossed Manesar and we were driving towards Delhi, what could this place be? So we are now approaching, or I should say crossing, Gurgaon or Gurugram, that's the correct name. And I think to the left of this road is where my office used to be, of course before work from home. This is it. We are leaving Haryana and entering Delhi now. And here's a bit of deja vu for you, because earlier in this video we were actually dreaming about this road, the Sardar Patel Marg in New Delhi. To the left of the Sardar Patel Marg is the Delhi Ridge. So I'll be a little more specific. To the left is actually a part of the Delhi Ridge. Delhi Ridge has 4 parts. This is what's called the Central Delhi Ridge, and it's actually part of the Aravallis that we saw in Rajasthan as well. But then, what exactly is a ridge, you ask? So a ridge is kind of a hill or a hilly area, but it's not too tall, and that's exactly what this ridge that we saw earlier is as well. It's a hilly area, so you may be surprised, but Delhi has a lot of hilly areas in it, forming the Delhi Ridge. So there we go. This is actually the Akbar Road, and we've kind of come full circle. This is a bit like a Rajput king, starting from his Rajput kingdom in Jaipur, Rajasthan, and reaching Delhi all the way to the Akbar Road and meeting the Mughal king Akbar. In fact, hundreds of years ago, I think about 500 years ago, Akbar was the first Mughal king who ended up developing a familial relationship with a Rajput lady. This was on the insistence of the Rajput king. He ended up marrying his daughter to Akbar, and that's how the familial relationship between these two kingdoms started. So this is it. The Akbar Road is about to end, and so is this video. I hope you had a good time walking with me and driving with me. I think this probably ends the Jaipur series, and I'll see you with something else, something equally interesting very soon.